Aodan, your book of the month.
Okay, Ron and everyone else, my book of the month is a book called Linchpin, and it's a book written by a gentleman by the name of Seth Godin. Some of you may have heard of Seth Godin before. He has written at least now a dozen books. He is a prolific blogger, has come from a marketing background, or at least his writing has primarily been in the marketing space. But his previous book is a book called Tribes, which moves a little bit from marketing more into leadership and looking more into what I would describe as a social circle, an economic circle, and also a little bit of politics. And Tribes was a book that was reasonably well received. It was a book that I liked. I happen to use it with a lot of people that I work with, and to mixed responses. But what I find fascinating about Linchpin is that he has continued down that path. And this book is by far the heaviest book that he has written. And it is very much moving into the kind of socio-economic space. And I would say this is actually a political book in many ways. It's not a book for everyone. And I know a question that is often asked is, if you pick this book up, or if you give this to an owner manager, a small business owner, is there something in it for them? And I'm not sure that there necessarily is for a small business owner. But I think for anyone who is fascinated by how work and business and industry has evolved, especially in the last couple of 100 years, I think they will find this fascinating. I would go as far to say that anyone who is presently working in a corporate environment would benefit substantially from reading this book. Now, I'm aware that Seth Godin is the kind of author that some people will hate, because he has a style that is simplistic. He tends to kind of repeat and rephrase certain concepts. Some people like that, it's kind of soothing. Other people go, would you move on here. But I think this is a book that certainly is of interest to corporate people. The theme is about being indispensable, as it says, a linchpin. And funny, relative to the conversation we just had, is very much about standing away from being one of a number. Okay, he rips Michael Gerber and the E-Myth Revisited quite very specifically, for this specific reason that we were just talking about, is that concept only gets you so far. His main thesis is that game is up, that from a global perspective, let's say the industrial age, and what has kind of transformed from it through the 20th century, that has essentially begun to fall apart, and being a linchpin is the way for an individual to stand out in a new emerging.
Being a linchpin is a positive?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, okay.
So the whole question is, are you indispensable? How can you be indispensable to people?